because all the delays are caused by Saturn. That does not mean Saturn causes delays, but we create situations that cause delays. And Saturn carefully manages that the delays are properly arranged and programmed. He governs over the factor of inevitability, which gives us the necessity to advance and necessity to expand. And when the process is complete, Uranus takes over the situation because he is the lord of breaking what is old, destroying what is not desirable, and reconstructing the required new things. So always Uranus is a substitute of Saturn. Remember, in some respects, Moon, Saturn and Uranus stand as one group of masters. Moon also does the same thing. He is the lord of flame, mucosity and water accumulation. He is also working on the etheric body to produce areas that are dense in the etheric body. And he is also the lord of coldness and lack of circulation of blood. He is a cold planet and Saturn also is a cold planet. And they belong to the same range of orbit, and they are called the substitute planets. That is, the Moon takes 2.5 days for a sign to travel, and Saturn takes 2.5 years. Just as the Sun and Jupiter are substitutes in some respects. In 12 months, the Sun goes round the zodiac. In 12 years, Jupiter goes round. Similarly, in 30 days, the Moon goes round the zodiac. And in 30 years, Saturn goes round. And beyond Saturn, we have Uranus. Here, for our chart purposes, it is enough to have Uranus as substitute of Saturn. And we go to the fifth ray. In the beginning, the disciple responds to Moon through the violet ray, and finally he responds to Neptune. This is what Blavatsky means when she said that the Moon is only a temporary substitute of a bigger planet. And about the sixth ray, devotion, Mars is the lord. When the work of transformation is complete, Venus takes up the charge. Because when the work on the ray of devotion is complete, it is pure and devotional love and nothing else is left. Venus is the lord of pure love. And finally, on the seventh ray, in the beginning, the disciple responds to Jupiter, and in the end, he responds also to Venus. This means Venus has two different aspects in him. One is as the lord of Taurus, and the other is as the lord of Libra. Here he is the lord of Libra. In the above it is the lord of Taurus. That's why in the scriptures, Jupiter and Venus are described as the two grand masters who bestow the code of law and conduct to humanity of this earth from two different points of view. For example, Jupiter's law and ethics and code of conduct governs the activity of the seventh ray, that is ceremonial work or magic. That is a process of expansion through discipline, what is called ritualization of life. Those who have attended yesterday's lecture, they would have understood what ritualization means. That is all the seventh ray activity. And the previous substitution of the sixth ray activity is different. That is the capacity to forgive. The law and code of conduct given by Venus, it speaks always of forgiving and forbearance. Forgiving and forbearance. For example, speaking about truth, I will give you one example from the scriptures. How the concept of truth speaking under the influence of Venus is. Suppose I am a murderer who want to murder a fellow. Some helpless fellow has escaped from my clutches and he took shelter in your house. Suppose I ask you, do you know where this fellow is? What should be your answer? According to Venus, your answer should be, no, he is not with me. This is one example given in the scriptures about the code of conduct of Venus. If you ask Saturn about it, he says, you should tell him exactly where he is. Because it is due to their previous karma, they are linked up like that. It should be purged and purified. Let the fellow be murdered once, so that he may remember in his next birth. That is what the grand old master advises us. That is Saturn. So the scriptures speak us in terms of examples and allegories. We have to select. Always we are the makers of our own destiny. They are there to tell us what they do when they are in our position.
In German.
Oh. Colors, same, the same color. The fellow with the same color responds to the substituted planet after the discipline is completed. After the training has been completed. That's all. You can keep it. They are ardent members. Yes. When the discipline is complete, he responds through the same color to the substituted planet. Yes, I'll tell you. It seems you know telepathy. Yes. After completing the answering the question. The periods and sub-periods stop influencing the fellow who has undergone spiritual discipline, and even the progressions, they influence only his physical body and not at all the other vehicles. So these periods and sub-periods hold good only to the 80% of humanity who are not yet disciples in spiritualism, and it is only the birth chart that holds good. And as far as the progression is concerned, it is only the 12 houses that work through progression, that too sometimes forward and sometimes backward. You see, so no question of periods and sub-periods for disciples. So we have to decide our own position and test in few sub-periods whether we are responding to them or not. And if there is no difference in our response to one sub-period and the other, between one sub-period and the other, we need not very much care for them, except to know favorable timings for meditations and initiation. Now we go to the next chart, which is highly important and highly practical. That is correspondences with sounds. There is a classification of sounds in the scriptures, and it is the same in all the scriptures, and it is the same in all the books of the science of tantras, and it is the same in the ancient Sanskrit grammar books, and it is what is called the science of sound. It forms 1/5 of the occult keyboard. Just as the typewriter has its own keyboard, our cerebrospinal system has its own keyboard, which works through the chakras, kundalini, etc. Works with the modulations of our consciousness as our proposals to speak or not to speak, and our proposals to speak this sentence or that sentence, and our proposal to either question or to answer, either to choose this word or that word, to propose these syllables or those syllables, and to make an effort to utter each syllable. So there is a psycho-nervous keyboard, and that keyboard is said to be with the great Lord. In Sanskrit he is called Mahadeva. Maha means great, Deva means Lord. He is also called Maheshwara, also means the same thing. Ishvara means Lord. For example, in Patanjali you know the word Ishvara. who exists in the heart. In the Bhagavad Gita, you know the word Ishvara. Maheshwara means the great Lord. He has this keyboard with him. Where? Somewhere there, not useful to us. It is here, not somewhere there. And the Lord is described as sitting on the mountains of ice. The Indian describes it as the Himalayas, and the Occidentalist may describe it as the Alps. The Scandinavian or the Norwegian may describe it as the North Pole. But the description is mountains of ice, that is glaciers, which are always a symbol to speak about the cortical cells of the brain. That's why it is symbolically described that the pole has always ice. There is a deceiving type of language in the scriptures. Sometimes the masters also use such language. For example, in Jwalku notes you find the word ashrams. We should not think the word ashram in its physical sense. Blavatsky also speaks like that in her works. He speaks of the one oldest manuscript. Manuscript means the inner man as his own script. He says it is the oldest copy in existence. That is, our spirit consciousness is the eternal principle as old as itself. And she says it is concealed in the cave temples. That means the layers of your own consciousness inside. And also she says only one copy of it is now in existence. That means I am. That is, it has no plurality. The plurality is in lower principles, that is the bodies. These are called wheeled writings, which we should be learned from person to person. Another example is, she speaks of the author of a such book. The author was writing the book, but he could not complete it. He died in the middle, and his son could complete the book. If you read the 8th chapter of the 2nd volume of I.C. Sanvi about Jesuitry and Masonry, you will find this story. It means that the complete story of creation exactly exists as a drama in the story of a father becoming a son. That is what it means. She says only the son could complete the book. So about this Mahadeva also, we have many hundreds of stories in the script. This Mahadeva has an implement with him with which he produces all the sounds. That implement is described like this: half square with diagonals. Previously we know the cross and the square with diagonals. Here it is only half square with diagonals. And here there is a square. So it is held like this in the middle, and we have the two ends circular. So if you look at it from a side, it appears like this. And the fellow Mahadeva holds it in the middle, and it has a string and a ball at its end. And when he moves it like that, it produces sounds. So this keyboard is described as this implement. In India, there are a sect of worshippers of Mahadeva who go around the houses early in the morning before sunrise, begging with a bowl, using this instrument and singing some things extempore in a peculiar mood, sometimes making unconscious predictions and prophecies about the fellow who is giving them alms in the bowl. So we will now explain this board. It is called Damaru in Sanskrit. These sounds form one group. They are called gutturals. That means they take their birth in the throat center. Here many shades of these sounds are also uttered. Remember G also, only when it is uttered as Ga, not as J. For example, when you utter German, this does not come here. they have correspondence with orange color, and throat center, and Uranus in the beginning, and finally, so before discipline it is with Uranus, after discipline it is with the Sun. Then the second group, please be careful about the phonetical equivalents. Let me know how you pronounce this in Germany. E. Exactly. That is correct. So always remember it only as E. For example, if you write like this, it does not hold good here. How do you pronounce it? Epsilon is its name. I want its pronunciation. I want I want something to express ya. I want a letter for ya. I want a letter for ya. These come under one group. They respond to green. In the beginning, they respond to the throat center. After discipline, in the beginning they respond to the base center. After discipline, they correspond with the throat center. In the beginning, Saturn is the correspondence. In the end, Uranus is the correspondent. Next. How do you call it? Ooh, that's correct. How do you call it? Va. For va, how do you write? Also add. Yes, F also. These all come under one. If I say coffee, philosophy, coffee, and all these things. These are called, the second row, palatals. They are born with the palate. The third group are called labials. They are born with the lips. They correspond with yellow color. In the beginning, they correspond with solar plexus, and finally they respond with the brow center. Mercury is the correspondence in the beginning, and Jupiter is the substitute in the ending. Next, this is one set. R1 means the first R that is uttered in the vocal cords as the base of all audible voice. R2 is the R which we utter at the tip of our tongue. They are called linguals, that is uttered by tongue. In the beginning, they belong to the spleen center, that is red color. They belong to the spleen center called Swadhisthana, and in the end they belong to the head center called Sahasrara. This is T, Ta, and this is Ta. This is Da and Da also. You can write your own equivalents. Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Da, Dha, all these things. So you can make a mention in your own alphabet. In the beginning, Mars is the correspondent. In the ending, Venus is the correspondent. Can I wipe with them? And there is, you can question after the whole chart is finished. Also, to the group of O, add O also. O. O. Like Om. O. So this also, add this also to the U group. These two belong to one group. And in Sanskrit there is another which is represented by dot, which means any other sound of all the previous syllables made nasal. For example, if we write like this, it means, or for example, if we write Dankirk, it's like that. And suppose we write like this, it means these two letters put together. Like this, any sound can be nasalized by adding a nasal R in the beginning. For example, if we add Om, O is nasalized. If you add it to U, U is nasalized. If you add M also, U is nasalized. nasals.
Und dies werden Nasallaute genannt.
Their color is
Ihre Farbe ist
indigo
Indigo,
substituted by blue
durch Blau
or
ersetzt
violet.
oder Violett.
So, any one of these three substitutions.
Irgendeine dieser drei Ersätze.
They belong to the heart center
Sie gehören zum Herzen,
in the beginning or in the ending.
am Anfang oder am Ende.
Yes, planets. This pair works for some time.
Dieses Paar arbeitet für einige Zeit.
This pair works for some time.
Und dieses Paar
If you utter if you close your lips and utter that is. This is called nasals. Their color is indigo substituted by blue or violet. So, any one of these three substitutions. They belong to the heart center in the beginning or in the ending. Yes, planets. This pair works for some time. This pair works for some time. And this pair works for some time. We can't say they are too much substituted from one color to one planet, from another color to another. We can't say they are too much substituted from one color to one planet, from another color to another. We cannot separately correspond them. This is the keyboard of sounds and colors and planets correspondence. You will find many hundreds of keyboards in the English books written nowadays. But this is the keyboard of all the masters and all the scriptures. Don't get confused with the other things. That's all for today.